Guys, it's Lily, where my mission is to improve your mindset, your body, and your wallet. So today I wanted to talk about, it's a little bit gearing out a topic about what I normally talk about, but I really wanted to talk about this because I feel that as women, like sometimes we are afraid. Sometimes as women we're afraid of, going out by ourselves and meeting a guy that's just a little too, like, touchy-feely, like, when they barely met you, and then they get all upset when you're like, hey, like, you're in my personal fucking space, like, you need to back off. So anyways, I went out last night. I went out all by myself. I went out to this bar I've been to before, with some friends, and I decided to just go by myself. I haven't gone out in a while, and I've been so focused on work and stuff like that that I just haven't really gone out at all. And I don't know, I feel like it was starting to get to me. So I just wanted to just go out, I still wanted to work. I just didn't want to be cooped up in my house. I been dealing with anxiety, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna sit here in my house and wallow. I'm just gonna go out and have some fun and just to feel better. I just wanted to feel better, and I'm like, what if I have a couple drinks and, try to do productive works? I was planning on posting, I was planning on posting 4 items on eBay. And then when I got there and I got my first beer, I was, trying to, edit the listing, create the listing, etc., etc. And then I realized that I only had a 5 posting limit because I just started a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, oh shit. So it gave me an option to switch to a business account, which they charged for. I don't exactly remember how much they charged for. I think, if I recall correctly, I think it's like $40. And I'm like, I'm new to this. Like, I'm not like a top rated seller or anything yet. So I can't, I don't think I can afford paying $40 a month for an eBay, business, like, account or something. So anyways, the other option was, to call them. Obviously, I can't call them in a loud bar. So I was just like, okay, I'll just scroll through Instagram, scroll through Twitter, and just try to be a little productive, try to kind of just, engage with other people, and just, bring awareness to my channel, to my, profile, and just engage with other people. I wasn't really interested in having, like, an actual, like, one-on-one conversation with anybody. But, so this guy walks up to me, and I'm like, okay, hi. At first I'm like, seriously, like, I'm trying to be by myself right now. Anyways, I didn't want to be rude, so, and at first he seemed really nice. He gave me his card, like his, I don't know, his, like, office, like, business card thing. I think he works for, like, a company, something like that. Anyways, when he started to irk me was when, as we were talking, I mean, it looks like we have a similar mindset, like, we're both ambitious people, blah, 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 this and that. And then he started to go in about how I was, like, a mirror of him, and he couldn't believe that he found, like, his mirror, like, in where we live, because it's a small city, and I'm from the Bay Area, and he's like, how do you not miss the Bay Area? I'm like, I don't miss the Bay Area because it's fucking expensive. But anyways, so, we had a conversation, going on, and he was like, oh, there's, like, this little, like, bar. He was like, it's not a club. It's a club. Very small club, but it's a club. So don't say it's not a club, because it's a club. So I was like, okay. I'm like, okay. It was, like, right around the corner. And he seemed like a really nice guy. So I'm like, okay, like, I don't think, he seemed like a really nice guy. So, and I was, I was feeling it but I know my limit, so I don't drink. Once I start feeling buzzed, like, that's it. Like, I will not drink more, because I like to be conscious of what I'm doing. I want to be able to remember events. So, you know, I was like, okay, I'll go. And then like, things started to get a little weird. And, you know, we were, like, having a conversation, and he's, like, trying to, like, hug up on me, and I'm like, dude, like, back off. Like, I don't like this. And he's like, why are you being rude? I'm like, I'm not being rude. I just don't like people in my personal fucking space. And he's like, but why are you so rude? Like, he started to kind of, like, get, like, a little feisty, and I'm like, excuse me. And so, oh, he's like, I had 2 glasses of water because I wanted it to wear off a little faster, and it had, you know, I was feeling, you know, a lot less buzzed. And at the end, he was like, he's like, after we had, like, kind of like a little, like, mini argument about how don't get in my personal space, he's like, do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I want to go. And walking outside, he kind of started arguing with me about it again, like, and I'm like, I just don't like people in my personal space. I just met you, like, you know. And he's like, he kind of, like, acted like he was gonna go back inside, and I just stood there like, what, you want me to chase after your ass? Like, really, dude? And then he, like, walks back, and he's like, I feel like you're wasting my time. And I'm like, I literally did this, like, okay, go the fuck back inside. Like, I don't give a shit what you think. Like, I just met you. Like, I don't feel like I met my husband, you know? So I'm like, seriously, dude, like, you came to me. So if anything, you're wasting your own time, because if you had good enough sense, you would fucking respect that I don't like to be hugged up on by a stranger, by someone I just met. I don't like it. Okay, so get the fuck out of my face. Like, once I set the boundary, like, respect the boundary. Like, you don't have to be an asshole about it. Like, what, just because you think, you know, because he was talking about how he has a Mercedes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just because you think that you have material items, that I'm gonna let you hug up on me, and I'm gonna let you, you know, fuck that. Like, no, I'm out here because I'm trying to relax. He started talking about relationships and this, and I'm like, dude, I just fucking met you. Like, you need to stay in your lane. Like, don't act like you're my boyfriend. Don't act like, you know, don't act like I'm gonna allow you to just freaking, I'm not scared of your ass. So, like, you know, and we were, like, when he was being nice, we were talking about lifting and stuff like that. Like, I lift more than you, so I'm pretty sure I can give you a pretty good kick right where you deserve to get kicked. And I'm pretty sure that I can defend myself from you, so fuck off. Fuck off, be respectful of my space, and don't be an asshole. Like, seriously. So I walked to my car, and there were some guys in this corner. So I was like, oh shit, you know, and actually, when we were at the club, I actually went to the bathroom, and I took a picture of his card, and I sent it to my cousin, and to my closest friend here in town, because I don't really know anybody here in town. And I'm like, just so you know, the last person I engaged with was this person. So I'm just letting you know. And, you know, I sent that to them, because, again, that's why I don't like getting drunk. I like to be able to be aware of what's going on. Even though part of my brain is like, woo, I still like being aware of what's going on for my own safety, especially because I was there by myself. You know, I don't want to feel unsafe in my own, you know, like, I want to be able to feel safe within myself, to know that I can still defend myself if I need to do it. So there was these guys over there, and they kind of started catcalling me, and I'm like, oh shit. And there were a bunch of guys, and I was walking by myself. I mean, it was just around the corner. But, you know, as a woman, like, I mean, come on, like, it's I think it's that fear that we live in about, you know, someone just freaking swooping us. And then, I mean, there were guys. I think there were like 5 or 6 guys, and I'm like, oh hell fucking no. So I grabbed my phone and I just started calling my friend, the one that lives here. And I felt so bad for waking him up, so I'm sorry. But you know, I was just like, you know, hey, like, I'm walking to my car, like, just stay on the line, like, thank you for answering the phone, like, just stay on the line until I get to my car safely. You know, we had a very mini conversation. I kind of let him in on what was going on. And, you know, once I got into my car, I allowed the alcohol to wear off. And I was like, you know what, I feel okay to drive home, which I was. I drove home very safely. I waited, you know, I think I waited like 15-20 minutes for the alcohol to wear off. And I had water in my car, so that helped it subside even more. So yeah, like, you know, just letting you know, like, don't allow, like, I know men can get really aggressive, but, you know, I think that sometimes, I don't know, like, I set boundaries, like, don't, like, these guys, like, they feel like they just met you a second ago, and then they feel like they can just, like, hug up on you and try to, disgusting. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!